Hey, long time no talk. We're getting started again. I really fell off filming. Well, I've always been filming, like I keep filming, but I just don't keep editing and uploading. And I was getting really I'm just like repeating this cycle. I think I mentioned it in one of the other vlogs that I've posted earlier in the year. But it is June 1st. It is the first day of Pride Month, and it's also my birthday month. And I am committing this year to setting a list of goals and living up to them. So we are coming back. We are feeling stronger than ever. I have been really struggling mentally, but I think really holding myself accountable to these goals that I'm setting is going to help with that. So I'm going to be posting every week, at least once. That is as simple as I'm going to make, as complicated as I'm going to make it. If I can get more content up, that would be great. I would love to do more sit-down videos and like actually talk more in depth about the books that I'm reading or the things that I'm going to be doing, and maybe I'll like make other videos like along the way as I come up with my list of things that I would like to accomplish in the year. But for now, this is what we're going to do. So I figure I will just go ahead and start talking about what I plan on doing this week. So it is my birthday week, and it is going to be a pretty busy week. I have today off because I'm going to Burlington, Vermont to go see Katherine Arden for her brand new book release. It's The Unicorn Hunters. I love Katherine Arden. I love the Bear and the Nightingale trilogy. I think it's one of my favorite trilogies like of all time, if not like it's probably my second favorite of all time, because every time I go to say that I think of The Mask of Mirrors. But I loved The Bear and the Nightingale, and so obviously I'm going to have to go pick up her new one. And I'm only 3 hours away from Vermont, so why not go to the author event? I'm going with my friend Yelena and also Charlotte, so that's very exciting. And then on Thursday, it's my birthday, and I have the day off on Thursday, and we are going to the Spinners game, and I'm very excited for that. The Spinners have not been a thing for a few years, and now they're coming back, and this is their first season back. They opened their season on the 29th, so just like a few days ago, but we thought it would be fun to go for my birthday, and yeah, I'm also going to be reading like all gay books this month for the most part, because it is Pride. Now I do read queer all year, but I feel like it's the perfect time to also highlight queer books in June, obviously. I was scrolling, Charlotte sent me, I'm like doing stuff on my Nook, because Charlotte sent me a list of like this Instagram post about lady nights, and they were all sapphic, and there's 4 of them in the series. So I think that's what I am going to pick up first. And they were all on Kobo, which is very exciting because I feel like Kobo Unlimited or Kobo Plus is not as popular as Kindle Unlimited, so there are a lot of things that I can't get on my Kobo, especially independently published books, because Kindle has a monopoly on those. But these were available on Kobo Plus. The first one is Her Pretty Night by Mariah Ray Birch. I actually don't know anything about this other than that it was Sapphic Nights, and I said say less. I'm going to read for a little bit, but then I will have to get up and get dressed because we do have a 3-hour drive to Burlington. So it's going to be a fun day, and I'm going to bring you along, and I'm going to be good at filming B-roll footage, but if not, I'm going to be gentle with myself because we're getting back into the habit. And welcome back. I hope you enjoy this new season of my life, if you will, because I'm about to be 36. That's crazy to say. Absolutely crazy to say, but anyway. Hello, it is June 3rd. I know I didn't do like an actual check-in yesterday. The day got away from me. The event on the 1st was so incredible. I love listening to Katherine Arden talk, and I love Katherine Arden's books. I will travel to Burlington to see her talk for like every single book I can. I loved it. And then we had such an amazing day. We went to, obviously we were in Burlington, but we stopped at the world's tallest filing cabinet, but it actually might not be the world's tallest filing cabinet because there are other installations like that, but they say that it's the world's tallest. I just think it's hilarious. And what was so funny was it was sent to us by Charlotte's dad because he told Charlotte told him that we were going, so he sent it to us. So we obviously had to stop in, and then we sent him a picture of it, and there were some Buc-ee's bumper stickers on there, and we love Buc-ee's, but Buc-ee's is a staple in Texas where Charlotte is from, so obviously I had to send him the pictures of the Buc-ee's bumper stickers that were on the installation. And then we went to a couple bookstores. We went to Phoenix Books, which is where the event was taking place, but we also went into the Crow bookshop, I think it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll correct myself, right here. And I got one book at both places. I was very responsible. And then we went to eat, and we went to this curiosity and oddity shop, and that was so cool. I got Max coyote vertebrae because he likes to collect bones, and then I got this like cowboy ammunition. It's like used bullets from the 1800s, which was super cool, and I had to have it, so I got one of those. And then we went to the event and we drove home, and it was just a really wonderful day. I had a lot of fun with Charlotte and our friend Elena. And then yesterday I just had to work. I really didn't do a lot of reading because right from work I went to the laundromat, and I spent quite a bit of time at the laundromat, and by the time I got home I was exhausted because we also didn't get home until like 12:30 in the morning. So then I had to work at 8:30, so I was just exhausted. But I am 15% into Her Pretty Night by Mariah Ray Birch, which is my first Pride Month book that I'm reading. It is a sapphic lady night story. Essentially, we have our main girl Della. She is a witch, but she has been sent to this kingdom impersonating a princess because the princess didn't want to go and get married to this prince. And our other love interest, Galleon, is the knight that the prince has assigned to watch over the princess, Della. And Della is a witch. Magic is outlawed and punishable by death in this world, and she has kind of death magic. She can see ghosts. I don't know if she can fully talk to them, but she can see them. And they've just stumbled upon a potential murder. So it seems like there's like a murder mystery element with this sapphic romance that's going to happen. I'm very excited. I'm enjoying it so far. But I'm also only 15% of the way through, so I will have more concrete updates for you once I get a little bit into it. And then I did decide on my Pride TBR. Now, to be honest, most of my books are sapphic, and I'm not going to apologize for that. That's just what I prefer to read, and I also feel like sapphic stories in particular are often forgotten or pushed to the side in favor of MLM stories. That's not to say I don't read them, I just don't gravitate towards them. So that's why a majority of my books on my TBR are sapphic. Now, if you have a MLM or gay romance or story that you think I should read, please leave it in the comments and I will pick it up. But that's just what I gravitate towards and what I buy. So that's what I have on my TBR. I do have to make my little stickers, so I keep track of my reading in this little notebook. I'll show you. This year is what I've been doing. I have this little notebook that I carry with me, and I print the covers, and then I just write their star rating and the way that I read them. So physically on my Kobo, or if it was an ARC or whatnot. I do think I'm going to put like a little star highlighter, like highlight a star or something to indicate which books I've read from the library, but that's how I have been keeping track of my reading this year, along with Storygraph. But I just like having something physical. But a book journal, like some of the really fancy ones that I've seen, get overwhelming because I forget to do them, and then that seems like a lot of work to update. But this is just putting the sticker into it and putting my little star rating. So that's what I do, and it's been working really well for me, and I really like having it. I'm probably just gonna fill it up, so not worry about like filling it up this year, but just keep it going until I fill it up and then just get another one. But so I have some of them printed out and cut up now, but I do have to do that really quick. And then I have work at noon, so I do have to get ready for work in about an hour. So I'm going to really quick make those, and then if I have any more time, then I will continue reading Her Pretty Night. So that's the plan for today. and it's my birthday tomorrow, so it's my birthday eve. I really don't want to clean tonight because it's my birthday tomorrow and I feel like I shouldn't have to clean, but when I get home from work, I also will want to be able to sit and enjoy my apartment without feeling like everything is messy, so I probably will spend some time cleaning tonight. So I don't know exactly when I will update you again, but I will see you soon. Hello, it's many hours later. I'm just getting out of work. I do apologize that my car is on and the AC is running. Hopefully you can hear me, but it's too hot to not have the AC running, and I'm too excited to wait to get home to show you what I want to show you. Two of my friends worked with me today, and they each got me something for my birthday, which was so nice and unexpected. I'm feeling literally so loved. But so my friend Yelena got me this little Smisky bag charm. I'm trying to find a good way to show you, but I'm literally obsessed. So now I have Weird Girl Smisky on one side of my bag, and then Coquette Pigeon on the other side. There are two wolves inside you. Which one will you feed? Weird Girl Smisky or Coquette Pigeon? And then my friend Colleen got me Breakaway by Carissa Donkin. It's about the PWHL and its creation, and I'm literally so excited, like how amazing to have friends who like know you and see you, and I'm just like feeling so much love, and I wanted to share that with you because, I don't know, it's just very exciting to have friends like that, and I feel very grateful, and I wanted to yell about it. And then I did take an arc home from work today, so I'll show you that since you're here with me. It is Steelborn by Taylor J. LaRue. It is a epic series about a heroine forged in steel and rage and the cursed immortal who might turn out to be as much her salvation as she is his. Rebecca Ross blurbed it, and I have enjoyed Rebecca Ross's book in the past, and I'm very excited for this one as well. So that's my cool, exciting news. I am going to leave work now and head home. Because I don't work tomorrow, so that's exciting. But anyway, I will probably check in later, but sometimes I get I feel a little awkward, like talking to the camera in front of Max and Charlotte. So this is me talking to you in case I don't talk to you later. So hopefully. Anyway, bye. Hey, it is Thursday. It's the 4th. It's my birthday. And I've had a pretty chill day. It's actually like 1 p.m. Charlotte has gone on an errand. She has something to pick up. But so she'll be home soon. But she did let me open 2 of my presents from her. She got me these 2 gorgeous rings. I don't know if they're like actually in focus. Hold on. But it is what it is. They're gorgeous. I'm obsessed with that. One of them is onyx, and then the other one is jade, and I am trying to have like a ring collection, so that was very exciting. And then they were from an Etsy shop Caitlin Minimalist. Also, look at this incredibly cute box. I'm probably gonna go on their website and peruse because I want to have a pretty large ring collection. So, and I really like these ones. And I have read some more of her Pretty Night. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I am 43% of the way through it, and it's fun because it's taking some of the tropes of like romance novels and turning them on their heads in some ways. Like, our main female character is impersonating a princess, which is a trope I love, but because she's impersonating a princess and she hasn't had the education that a princess usually would have had, she cannot read, and so she ends up in this situation where the knight Gallian is they're in a library, and Gallian gives her this book recommendation, and she has to act like she knows how to read it, but she doesn't know how to read it. And then there's this moment where she asks, and Della is definitely a more femme presenting lesbian, and then we have Gallian, who is a butch mask lesbian, and we have the femme lesbian asking the butch lesbian to read to her, which is kind of like the opposite of this, like, read to me, will you teach me to read, or will you read to me kind of trope. Usually it's like a woman, like a femme woman reading to like a man, if you will. But I don't know if that's like, I don't know if I'm like getting the point across that I'm trying to get across, but I'm just really enjoying it. I'm kicking my feet, I'm giggling, twirling my hair. So I'm excited to keep reading this. And then I also started yesterday. I have started Hijab Butch Blues by Lamia H, and it is her experience coming to terms with her sexuality and her gender, while also looking at the Quran and the Quran's teachings and how that impacted her growing up and her learning who she is. But she's also talking about the experience of being Muslim and the racism, the discrimination that she's experienced just being Muslim, as well as being lesbian. And I am 25% into that audiobook, and I'm really enjoying it and would highly recommend to anyone who's looking for like a pride, not a book to read, like, and at all. Like, if you're looking for a nonfiction or a memoir recommendation, so far I would highly recommend Hijab Butch Blues. But I would also really encourage, if you don't have like any nonfiction or you're looking for other books for your Pride TBR, I would definitely recommend that. So I am going to read a little bit more while I wait for Charlotte to get home, and then Max will be home from school in about an hour and a half, so we'll probably do other birthday shenanigans for me once Max gets home, and then we have the Little Spinners game tonight, which I'm very excited for. So I am home from the Spinners game. It is actually 11 p.m. It was such a great game. It was such perfect weather. Like literally the most perfect night to watch baseball. Like it was so good, and the game was so fun. I wish there had been more people there. But we have not had a team in 6 years, so we're like almost essentially a new team again. And so hopefully, like, as we play, there'll be more people in the stands. But it was so fun. I had such a great time, and we ended up winning 5-4. We were down 4-2 until the ninth inning, the bottom of the ninth, and then we ended up winning in a walk-it-off. So it was so fun. I just had so much fun. Max was able to get signatures from some of the baseball players. I did get to meet the Canaligator, which was very exciting for me. But overall, it was just a really incredible birthday. And then I did get some other things, but I'm really excited also about Stone Butch Blues that my sibling got for me by Leslie Feinberg. I have been wanting to read this. I have like an EPUB file, but I just haven't read it yet, and so they sent me a physical copy. So I'm so excited because this is like essential queer reading. So just very exciting. And then a real quick reading update is I did read quite a bit of Her Pretty Night today by Maria Ray Birch. I'm 84% of the way through. I am going to try and read a little bit more tonight because I am absolutely loving it. And I will update with more thoughts on it when I do actually finish it, but I just wanted to do that quick check-in. I'm gonna drink some water and I'm gonna lay in bed and get ready for bed because I'm exhausted. But it was a really wonderful birthday, and I just feel really good. Hey, I've been meaning to read, but there's literally been so much happening in the PWHL world that I am just like scrolling and like refreshing my Instagram to keep up with it because I'm crashing out. We've had Watts, Daryl Watts, Kayla Barnes, and Hannah Bilka all go to Detroit. Schroeder went to San Jose. Brianne Jenner went to Hamilton. And there's rumors that Hillary Knight is also going to Detroit. And there's rumors that Alina Mueller is potentially going to go to Hamilton. And this is the first bit of news for a Boston Fleet player, and I know we're going to lose some people, but I really was hoping we weren't going to lose Alina Mueller. And the worst part is that the head coach for Hamilton is Chris Barr. So Chris Barr was our head coach last season, so the season that just ended, and he was so good at being our coach. We did so well, and he has the blueprint to absolutely destroy us if he wanted to. And I'm just like devastated because what do you mean we might have lost Alina Mueller? So I'm just laying in bed, and it's also 8 p.m. and it's like this is natural light coming into the apartment right now, into our bedroom. And I'm just like, ugh. I did finish Her Pretty Night by that was a real hard pivot. Sorry. But not sorry. I finished Her Pretty Night by Mariah Ray Birch, and I really enjoyed it. I'm giving it a 4-star rating. There's too much happening to really give you my thoughts, and I feel like I keep edging you on my thoughts about it. I promise I'll give them to you. I'm halfway through Hijab Butch Blues, and I did end up buying a physical copy because there were so many passages that felt like hit me like a Mack truck, so I needed to have it. And I have started Her Lovely Champion, which is volume 2 in the Sapphic Lady Nights by Mariah Ray Birch. So that's what I'm currently reading. I've already taken a step away from my insanely big TBR that I made, so it is what it is. But I'm gonna try and read and try not to hyper-focus on the PWHL news today. Because what is going on? Good morning. It is Monday, and that means that it's also the end of the vlog. I had a really good week. I did a lot of things, and I think I did pretty okay with getting content for the vlog. I'll find out tonight when I edit and post it, but that's neither here nor there. But I did also have a really good reading week, so I'm gonna really quickly just wrap that up and talk a little bit about the books that I read. So first up on my Kobo, I read Her Pretty Night, which is a Sapphic Lady Nights story. It was very cute. Essentially, we had our main girl, Della. She was a witch. Being a witch is outlawed and is punishable by death. And she was hired by a princess to take her place and go marry a prince. And when she got there, she met Galleon, the Lady Knight, and they did in fact fall in love. This book was so fun. I just had a really great time with it. It reads almost... The vibes are kind of like a fan fiction, but not in a derogatory way, in an actual, like, really fun, kicking my feet, twirling my hair, and giggling kind of way. It is kind of like, it had a fairy tale vibe, which kept it nice and light and breezy. And while there was some tension, which I really enjoyed, it was mostly just like a fun... It was mostly just a fun read. Like, I just had a really good time with it. I also just, it was what I wanted at the time, and so it was charming and romantic and fun, and I just had a really great time with it. So I gave it 4 stars. And then I did listen to Hijab Butch Blues by Lamia H. On audiobook. I immediately had to pick up a physical copy of it because it was so good. I don't rate memoirs because I just think it's a little awkward for me to put a rating on someone's like real life story, but this will be on my list of favorite books for the year. I know that it's inevitable. essentially, our author, Lamia H., talks about her experience with coming to terms with her gender and her sexuality, using her Muslim faith through the Quran by telling stories from the Quran and relating them back to her experiences. And this was such an interesting way for me not only to learn more about the Islamic faith and the Quran, but she talks about gender and her sexuality in a way that really hit me like a Mack truck, that was really relatable, but it also opened my eyes to things that maybe I hadn't really thought about before or gave me additional perspective on. I just think this is an incredibly important read, and you should definitely add it to your TBR. So, on my Kobo as well, I did also read the second Lady Knights series, Her Lovely Champion by Maria Ray Birch, and again, I really enjoyed it. This one was about our main girl, Eliza. She's a princess. She's lived in a tower since she was 15. It's been 18 years that she's been in this tower. And then we have our main girl, Kay. She is a knight, and she signs up for this task that she thinks is going to result in her death, to try and save Eliza, but she ends up being able to save Eliza, and they have to go back to Eliza's kingdom, and they fall in love. It kind of almost read in some cases like a Rapunzel story, but sapphic, and I had a really great time with it. This one I don't think, there were things that I liked about it more than Her Pretty Night, but there were things that I didn't like as much. I got very emotional about this one in certain aspects, but I can't talk about it because that's a spoiler. But in some cases it was pretty repetitive, but again, it still had that charming fairy tale vibe of the first one that I just was really clicking with. So overall, a very good first week of Pride and of the new series of the vlogs. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again in the next one.